It is American Cynic once again. This is a hot topic and definitely prone to YouTube taking it down because, yeah, this is probably the hottest topic I've covered so far. It's about China. I consider China to be the real threat, not just to America, but the whole world, and I will tell you why. One, they have been hacking us probably every day. I'm guessing that's the answer. And they're trying to steal our technology. We're in steep competition with them regarding AI. I mean, they print money, they got it coming out the ass. They want to destroy everyone, but especially America. And so when I hear them say the real threat is Russia, no, it's not. I started to study China, I would say about 96 maybe. And I know all I need to know about them. I know certain politicians, I won't say who, have bowed down and kissed China's ass, giving them whatever they want. And no, it is not Trump. He's the only one that is standing up to these bastards. And so let me ask you something. Haven't you thought, don't you think it's weird that many actors, musicians, and athletes have bowed down to China? Why is that? Because they are owned by China. What other, seriously, wait, what other explanation is there? And so the other question is, why is China and communism becoming so popular in America? I don't know. We have a weird segment of the population that actually wants to destroy America. That's because chances are they're paid by the CCP. Okay, here's what you should know about China. Like I said, they're trying to steal our technology. We've always been in a race against them. They have prison camps. They are the biggest violators of human rights on the planet. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. And we finally have someone who is standing up to China and basically telling them, F around and find out. But along with that, I want to ask Trump, why didn't you ban TikTok? You know, we all know by now that TikTok is indeed a Chinese spy tool. Also, they're sending the spy balloons over. We know what that's about. Okay, even going back to the days of Nixon. Nixon basically got on his hands and knees and started sucking off China. One of the worst presidents we have ever seen. What a bastard. Oh, I won't go. I'm not going to say what I want to say, but yeah, what a anyway, China has always been a threat. I would say since, man, the 50s or 60s. Like I said, I know all I need to know about them. The people live in fear. If you live there, you cannot voice your opinion about this corrupt scumbag government. You can't, or you will be put in prison. You might even be you might disappear. Okay, that's how it is there, and it's kind of amusing that Democrats are actually supporting them just because they hate Trump. They're saying, yeah, China is a better country than America. We have a dictator, blah, blah. No, you don't realize, you don't realize what China is all about. They have an actual dictator. Like I said, they don't give a shit about human rights. They have prison camps for Muslims. They have sweatshops. I've seen the videos. Okay? The sweatshops have little kids. We're talking as young as 12, working at machines, at desks. They're not allowed freedom. You are there for life. For life. Okay? You don't get out. They might allow you a pee break. They'll give you like a dish of rice and that's it. Okay? These other presidents, well, I'm talking before Reagan. Well, I should say before Nixon. They knew that China was a threat, and I am just hoping that China does never become a superpower. Do people realize that we get most of our imports from China? I'm talking 98%, probably more. You go to Walmart, look at the label. Where is it made? You know, most, if not all, medicines are made where? China. You can't tell me that we need this country. I said, I will say we need to cut ties with them because we have become so dependent. Bring back manufacturing jobs. Because this country, the China it's a real threat. Everyone should know this by now. If you don't know, then you haven't been paying attention to the news.